The new moon in Cancer on June 26th at 6:30 a.m. wants to know what you need. We've just come off of a full moon cycle that asks us to pay attention to how we overthink and how it affects us. Now that we've released that energy, it's time to get back on track with some precision, and Mars has moved into Virgo for a little bit of help. I'm Sammy. I'm at Infinity Aura Avenue for our bi-monthly moon meeting, so you know how to handle the energy and use it to benefit you and your personal growth. Let's take a look at the beginning of this cycle that starts with the new moon in Cancer on June 25th and ends with the full moon in Capricorn on July 10th. The new moon in Cancer, yes, I'm using a ruler because it's all I have right now, so we're getting there. Better than the pen that I had last week. So the new moon in Cancer right here is also conjunct Jupiter in the first decan, which is ruled by Venus. Now the moon, Cancer is usually ruled by the moon. But like I said, we're in the first decan here, so it's a moon-ruled sign in a Venus ruled decan, full moon with Jupiter. I'm trying to show you guys what the chart looks like when I'm talking about it. It's also square Saturn and Neptune in Aries, so that's a 90-degree angle, and that's how they're looking at each other. So this new moon is square Saturn and Neptune in Aries. So we've talked about this, but there's a feeling of frustration in the area of life that Aries rules in your chart. That's because Aries moves fast and Saturn moves slow. So Saturn wants you to slow down and look at the foundation that you're building in this area of your life, but Aries is on go all the time. So this is a little bit of a battle, and this energy lingers. This is a 2.5 year transit. This is not something that's going to go away pretty quick, but here it's directly affecting this new moon. And with Neptune there, it makes it hard to really see and understand what's actually going on. And this energy can make it really hard to manifest, because what do you ask the new moon for when you don't know where you are, how you stand, or what's possible? You ask for luck. You ask for luck. The new moon's hanging out with Jupiter. This is the planet of luck. And Jupiter also rules over growth and abundance. Now, because this is a Venus-ruled decan in Cancer, you want to focus on comfort and creativity and healing in a way that's nurturing, protective, and open to receiving. So take a look at that house that's ruled by Cancer in your chart. If you don't know, it's okay, because intuitively you probably know anyway what this energy is referring to. And ask yourself, what do I need? No matter how big or small, what do I need to feel comfortable and safe right now? And remember, we're coming off a cycle that was tied to a lot of overthinking, and that overthinking tripped us up emotionally. So you have to ask yourself about now. What can I do right now? What can I do right now with where I am and what I've got? And how has the way that I did it before either helped me or hurt me? So how do you take all that information and head confidently towards the next steps? Let's look at the rest of the chart. We've got Mercury also in Cancer, opposing Pluto in Aquarius. This ruler's not so bad. I don't know how it's going to look on camera, but I need something as long as this ruler. So I'm going to keep that in mind. So this is like the mind is focused on this comfortable healing energy, but the way things seem to be changing may not necessarily be comfortable or cozy at all. And you want to try to separate yourself from this energy, because essentially you're here in the chart. So if you're here, these two energies are pulling at you in two different directions. And remember, we've already dealt with the way that keeping ourselves in a certain pattern of thinking has derailed us. What you want to do is focus on what you can do, and for that we look to Mars, who has just entered Virgo about a week before this new moon. And while Mars in Virgo is not really like high energy Mars, go, go, go typical energy, this is planning energy. And this is detailed planning. This is really step by step looking at what are the little things that you can do next that you have access to that are going to get you going a little bit in the right direction. And when I say planning, we have to look at the whole chart, right? We're not really planning for the big picture because we're setting the foundation here. That's what's getting us tripped up and stuck. So it's really like the little details that we need to look at, what we can do next. It's like that video of Mariah Carey where she's like, I'm going to do what I can with what I got.
I'll do the best I can with what I got. Oh!
And then you ask the new moon for luck for the rest. Luck to create comfort and healing in the places that you need the most. Luck to get what you need to get next done. luck to see what comes after these couple little things that Mars can help us do detail by detail. And again, for that, you're looking at the area of life that Cancer rules in your chart, but you probably know intuitively, even if you haven't seen your chart or you don't understand it very well. In about 2 weeks, we've got the full moon in Capricorn. Mercury will have moved into Leo, Venus will have moved into Gemini, Neptune will have gone retrograde, and Uranus also moves into Gemini. That's a lot going on in the next 2 weeks before I see you. So if you'd like to see me make more of these videos in between so you can be a little bit more tapped in as we go along and move through this energy, like this video, leave a comment, share it with your friends. Subscribe to YouTube if that's where you're watching it, or follow me on whatever channel you are watching this on. I'm Sammy. I'm at Infinity Aura Ave. You can also now book me online for a reading, Infinity Aura Ave or infinityauraavenue.com. They'll both take you to my website. And you can book yourself. We could do Zoom. If you're local to Long Island, you can come to the studio at Infinity Aura Ave and we can do it here. But yeah, I'm available online as well. So if you're not local, we can Zoom. And I will see you at our next moon meeting, July 10th. Bye.